Episode 5, many people might rate this one on the low end, but I might actually rate it a little higher than that. But essentially, the story goes as these 3 girls are trying to get some rice. They force this one particular friend to get the rice for themselves. Unfortunately, she got in a little bit of an accident where she got the rice plus some Gatorade for herself. And she heads back with the homies back home, where she tells them about the Gatorade, but they don't listen. So they start, having some fun with the rice and the Gatorade. She kind of takes it for herself, to be honest, and she starts having some weird feeling, and boom, she starts having some supernatural powers, or so it seems. She's basically created life using her own dumps, and it's hilarious. And the story goes on. I don't want to drag it out long, but she goes against one of the 7, which is the sea guy who likes fish for some reason, and she is able to control dumps. And honestly, this story is hilarious to me. It's actually something I thought of when I was actually back in middle school and even high school maybe, but I'm just so happy that someone actually brought it to life. And yeah, I'm gonna rate this one as a top tier for me. This is definitely going up to my fancy. And I hope you all could agree with that, because it's just so adorable and cute. Episode 6 actually got a chuckle out of me. Here we have 2 superheroes fighting crime, or so it seems. This is all an act apparently. And they get married and they have a child. And of course that brings along some internal conflicts between the parents as well as the child as well. Child, as a goody two shoes she's trying to reignite the love they once had. So she calls up the actor that they beat up long time ago for some reason, and she starts to talk to him about what she's going through, even disregarding what he's going through, besides giving him a drink, I guess, with hammer hands. But anyways, she got him to agree, and they start acting out their roles. But unfortunately, the parents are taking this as a real threat, and they beat him up. And this sort of traumatized the child, clearly. And not only that, that brought along a lot of other unnecessary things to the child. So at the end, she really wants that divorce, which is it's funny. It's funny. I rate this as a mid. I rate this as a mid. I encourage you guys to watch this one actually. The second to last episode is quite unique, quite different to the rest. And here we have a man who's trying to save his loved one, and he tries to do so by stealing some compound V at the workplace that he works, I guess as a janitor, and he, without consent, injects that serum to his loved one. Yeah, she starts to have a bad reaction, obviously. I think the serum in this case localized her problem, her issue at first, so therefore it got a taste of blood. Therefore it kind of turned into a monster in which just wants to consume more of what that thing just tasted. They happen to be in the forest, which just consumes a lot of organisms. Not the trees, but a lot of warm-blooded organisms. They try to get away, but the man knows it's not his right or power to choose to run away, and he tries to go back and protect his loved one. Unfortunately, the woman came back and protected his ass instead. And yeah, things kind of just go into a whole Dragon Ball Z sort of scenery kind of thing, which is pretty sick, to be honest. But I think the whole point of this episode is to learn how to let go, and even though we don't want to let go, we just have to accept the reality of life. And I think that's a really nice, touching story there. It's very relatable, and yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's a good episode. I kind of teared up a little bit. The ending scene is left ambiguous, so I give this as a midpoint, as a mid. It's a good episode. Finally, in the last episode of the season, we finally get a little spice of what we have experienced already in the live action. And in this particular episode, we get a little glimpse of how Homelander and the hero Black Noir became friends, kind of. You also get to see a glimpse of his early experiences as being a hero, which goes batshit crazy. Kind of reminds me of Happy Tree Friends, of the character Flippy or Flipper. And he just starts killing everyone. So it's a bit gory. I'm here for it. And yeah, it's a great episode. It kind of tickles my fancy, so I'll definitely rate it up there for sure. And yeah, it's kind of crazy how I wish we could have seen more of the universe, and also Black Noir and Homelander's relationship and how they were becoming upcoming heroes. Yeah, that would have been a lot more interesting. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe. Those are my ratings for the episodes.